Peace, 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 peace. What's good, fresh produce? Everybody gather round. Living in some wild times, y'all. We living in some wild times. Yep. Yeah. I figured he's dead. Is it official? Are they reporting that officially? Yes. Let's get in here and talk about this, y'all. This shit was disturbing as fuck. Wow. I mean, everybody gather in. You know, first off, welcome back to the God Pod with Lord Jamal. I know I've been gone for a while. I've gone through a lot of transitions, going from one crib to the next and all that, but I'm finally in and good. And no, not we don't go through transitions like these motherfuckers go through transitions. Heck nah. What's good, my brother? Peace, heck. I know you got your t-shirt. Appreciate you as always, my brother. Um, Terrell McMillan, yes. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. This shit right here was very compelling. This shit right here made me say, nah, you need to talk about this. Um, First of all, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Um, it's not about all this black and white and Christian and Muslim and all this type of shit. I feel like it's just good and evil. It's either right or wrong. What side are you on? Who do you fuck with? And right now, somebody who was on the side of right got assassinated right in front of our eyes. Assassinated. I knew he was gonna. There was no way you're gonna live from a gunshot like that. The man got shot in his neck with a high powered rifle. You could hear that the rifle shot was a high powered rifle. He might have got hit with a hunting rifle. The way that shit started leaking, the energy that went through his body. Did you see the way his shirt and all like, yo, that was some real like JFK type of shit. I don't think we've seen an assassination like that on US soil, basically over politics. Um Hey, moderators, come on. This is not a time to allow any of these idiots to be in here right now. Um, yeah. What did he get killed over? The things that he said, the things that he was against. He was very strong against the trans community. Like, I know people get killed over words every day. They get killed over, what'd you say? Would you go, shit like that. But when you feel like you're being respectful but truthful, see what I'm saying? When you feel like you're being respectful but also standing on truth, and then some shit like this happens to you, wow, wow. Like it's very, it's very disheartening. It's very eye opening. Um, yeah, that shit was crazy, yo. That shit was crazy. They said Trump. I'm not saying this. Yes, people have the right to their own opinion. Um, Now see, that's thank you for asking that, Ifutu. Why him? They said this doesn't make sense. This has to be high level button being pushed. You know, I think these are questions that we need to ask. Why him? Let's just say, because we always have to be suspicious of everything and, question everything. Let's just say this was a play. Let's just say this was something that was done to inspire something in people in order to make this man a martyr, maybe amongst conservatives. Maybe they want, because I feel like for the longest time they've been looking to push civil war in this country. I feel like the Black Lives Matter movement was to try to uh, get black people so enraged that they would just go out here and have a civil war, but we didn't bite. Something like this seems like, you know, trying to, if this is the play, then to use him as a martyr to make conservatives try to rise up and be like, fuck that. We're not standing for it. And, you know, start bearing arms and shit like that. Which in turn leads to martial law and all this type of shit. Um, so is that the play? I don't know. We're just thinking out loud, right? Um, is that the play? But I'm not gonna lie, this shit, I used to watch some of his videos. I'm not gonna say I was like fully knowing about him, but I've definitely seen quite a few of his videos, and I felt like that white dude right there, he's on the right side of morals. He understands what's going on, and he's striving to speak truth to power in a constructive way and to try to show people how ridiculous some of the things that they say and believe are. And, part of me was like, damn, I could do that. I could do that on a black level, go to black colleges and just talk about who we really are. Man, I'm telling you, most black people, you really analyze your value system, it's conservative. It's not all this bullshit. We don't believe in, men in the girls' bathrooms and all this type of bullshit. Um, yeah, we conservative. And a lot of times people associate conservative with some sort of, racist white people. And although some racist white people might be conservative, um, there's racist white people that are liberal too. So what the fuck? Shouldn't make you throw, uh, you know, having conservative values out the window. What I mean by conservative values are knowing that there's only two genders, stuff like that, like simple shit. Um, knowing that, marriage should be between a man and a woman, and that's the best configuration in order to have a healthy, not only household but society. Um, conservative, where the man, you know, is the ultimate head of the household, um, and is not in competition with his woman and all of that for leadership and all this crazy shit. Um, yeah, that kind of conservative shit, you know, where you want safety in your communities and things of that nature. You know, those are, yes, common sense values, the boss said. Common sense values. And um, that's what I'm striving for. Just common sense on so many different levels. Um, but we don't live in a time of common sense anymore. We don't live in a time of common sense. We live in a time of common consensus. Hmm? And if the consensus of most people say that something is that's what it is, then that's what it is. That's what it is. And if you try to combat it with common sense, you know, people talk all kinds of shit about you. But it's okay. You just need to tune into the frequency that you're dealing with and tune out the white noise. There's a lot of white noise, but it's hard. I'm sure someone like him, like Charlie Kirk, thought that he could tune out the white noise. Damn, I don't even have my mic right on me. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, y'all can hear me. I'm sure that he thought he could tune out the white noise. I don't even have my headphones on. I haven't done this in so long. There we go. I can hear myself good. Um, yeah, I'm sure he thought he could tune out the white noise to the point where, um, hey, fuck the naysayers. But how do you tune out a bullet to the neck? What's good, Panda Chop? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I know Charlie Kirk is dead. If you're just joining us, the title says breaking conservative speaker Charlie Kirk shot in the neck in Utah, injuries presumed fatal. At the time, I actually when I wrote that title, had um I had a reliable source that told me that he was dead already, but it wasn't confirmed in the media yet, so I didn't want to put that up per se. But Charlie Kirk is dead. He was assassinated on a campus in Utah by what I understand, like a 70-year-old white male. Um, yeah. If you've seen the video, which I don't know if I really want to show it, because that shit was quite disturbing. Yeah, it was Utah Valley University where he was shot. Um, Damn, the guy's he was only 31 years old. 31 years old? My son is 32 years old. This guy was 31 years old. Wow. Or are they saying the shooter was extremely pro Fauci? You see, that's another common sense type of thing. Like, don't fuck with vaccines and shit. Like, don't fuck, especially a vaccine that, you know, didn't have the proper trials and test runs that usual vaccines have. If that shit ain't wasn't been tested for 20 years, don't fuck with it. And even if it has, I'd still give it the side eye. Excuse me, because we as people, humans, mankind, whatever the fuck, have been living for hundreds of thousands of years without any fucking vaccines. And we did just fine. We were able to make it this far. And now all of a sudden you telling me we need pharmaceutical intervention in order to live. Okay. Shout out to Tony Blaze. He's so disappointed in me. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. Yeah. But I've never seen you on this channel before, Tony Blaze. So you probably just came here to talk shit, huh? The only ones that matter to me are my real supporters, people who have donated, people who are constant viewers, you know, who's been here since day one. Yes, that Tony is probably trans. Exactly. He said, this guy's saying Kirk ain't shit. Honestly, I can care less. Listen, man, he's a human being, man. You know, if it happened to you, if you was out there just talking some shit that you believed in and somebody shot you in the neck, I think you'd want somebody to, you know, to feel a way for you. No? I think you would. I wasn't a follower of this guy, you know, but I respected what he was striving to do. You know, I know he was about Christian values and all of that, and I'm not a Christian, but a lot of values that traditional Christians have, I respect and can get with, can get behind. So, again, I've seen quite a few videos of Charlie Kirk. Matter of fact, I was just speaking to a one of his associates, a sister by the name of Lala Andrews. Shout out to you, Lala. You know, they have this whole Blexit movement. And she was asking me, you know, am I familiar with Charlie? And I was like, hell yeah. Like, I know Charlie's videos. Like, and this was just a couple of weeks ago. And they're actually talking about, you know, maybe they were talking about putting together maybe like a conscious label, almost putting out, trying to help put conscious rappers out there. Wow. Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. Somebody just sent me this. Let me see if you can say. It says, every time Democrats don't get their way, they get dangerous. They get dangerous. That's John Wilkes Booth shooting Lincoln, if you're not familiar. Yeah. Hmm. Wow. Um, so, what is this? Are we back in the 60s now? Are we back where assassinations are happening now because, you know, people are mad over what you say? Is this where you're at? And it's like, as somebody who believes in self-defense and all of that, like, how could he have even defended himself from that? Like, other than sitting behind some sort of bulletproof glass. Um, if he had a gun on him, that wouldn't have mattered because the way he got shot, there's no pulling out anything like that. Even if he had security there, like the way that happened, like that seemed like a long distance rifle kill. One shot, one kill. The way that fucking the gun sounded and the way the blood gushed out so big, you could tell that wasn't no handgun type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? That wasn't no small caliber of um firearm. That was a large caliber firearm. Yes, assassinations happen every day, but not necessarily in this country over political issues. You know, people are assassinated, you know. I mean, we as black people assassinate each other every day over bullshit in these hoods of ours, where who they're calling the YNs are just out here running wild and running rampant. Those are assassinations, but you know, they're not over political discourse. You know, this guy wasn't known to be out in the streets, shooting other people with guns, and now he's getting the retaliation for what he was doing. You know, this is somebody, for all intents and purposes, was a law-abiding citizen, and um, and then this happened. Just because people didn't agree with what he said. And that, to me, is super disturbing. Super disturbing. Let's see. Rhode Island said, I think you missed his come up as a bad faith debater. I'm not sure what that means. Not happy about this at all, but he pushed identity politics over class consciousness. Look who funds TP. Okay, you're going to have to fill me in a little more because I don't know what a bad faith debater means. Um, and he pushed identity politics or politics, as you say. Um, I'm not sure how. Listen, if he did, nobody's perfect. Okay. Um, he may have said some things that I didn't agree with. Maybe. I'm just telling you the things I saw him say in the videos that I saw. He was talking common sense and it was some shit that I could fuck with. Now, show me these other videos that you're talking about, and maybe I'll be like, okay, he was on some bullshit there. I don't know. You know what I mean? Um, But all I know is the videos that I did see, I fucked with him enough to, when I saw this happen to him, I was like, wow, that's crazy. And, you know, that's something that needs to be talked about, especially as me being a polarizing figure, me as being someone who, many people disagree with on many different topics. I would never in a million years think like something like this would happen. But here we are. So it's just very disturbing. Ah, DJ Jam and Jimmy. Lord Jamal, have you ever faced any threats for your political or racial views? Yeah, online. Online in the fake world, of course. You have the toughest people. I've been threatened. Oh, they said they was gonna lynch me and all kind of crazy shit. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, A1 Drizzy? It's all right. I see you. Flat power, my brother. Um, but yes, sir, I have been threatened, but I've never been threatened in person. I've never been threatened in person. Um, because I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like me, I can't speak for everybody else, but me, I just stand on truth and allow that to be my armor and my protection. I just say the truth and let it sort itself out. You figure the shit out. But I'm just going to say what I know is the truth. Whether you agree with it or not, I'm going to tell you what the truth is. And then you can say yay or nay for your fucking life. Okay? And then you can either think I'm helpful or not helpful. You can either think I'm smart or the dumbest motherfucker in the world. That's up to you. But it's not going to stop me from telling the truth. And, I feel like as being a truth soldier, that's got to account for something in the universe. There's got to be some sort of karmic protection that I feel that you receive for doing so. So I don't know. Did he deviate from that? I don't know. I don't know what this is about. You know what I mean? But it's definitely something that we need to discuss. And yeah, we're here discussing it. My condolences go out to his family. Like, this guy got young children. He's only 31. He's younger than my son. My grandson's 5 years old. He probably got children about the same age. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And their father, basically thought that he was out here trying to make the world a better place. No, he wasn't a white supremacist, Roy Solid. He was just a white man who was conservative, who didn't go, who wasn't down with the that liberal way of thinking. But I don't know him to be a white supremacist. He wasn't talking no white supremacist shit on the multiple videos that I watched of him. Look at this. Lord Jamar having sympathy for a white supremacist is insane. Y'all motherfuckers, man. Aggravated. I'm an aggravated man in the city of demons. Niggas be shooting. Niggas be scheming. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to just put you on. Oh, did I ban him or put him on timeout? I meant to put you on timeout, but I think I banned you by accident. Fuck it. Oh shit. Who's tired of the decent man? Just to go off, just to go off real quick. Um, that guy is fucking hilarious. But yeah, these aren't decent men that do shit like this. Let's see. Let's get a look though, because we all kind of know that the shooter, first of all, the suspect said, I'd do it again. Wow. Let me see if there's a picture of the shooter. Because this motherfucker, like 70 years old. He like 70 years old. And of course, they took him into custody, you know, without incident. Um, Many say that of course, if it was the black person that shot him, that he would be dead right now. And I don't disagree with that assumption. Because for some reason, no, they really know how to take white shooters into custody, boy. They're really pros at that shit. Where is a picture of this motherfucker? Because I seen him. He looked like a white Uncle, not Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, kind of like a white Uncle Ruckus. Let me see, Charlie. Oh, there he is. Here he is. Wow. Shit. Let me share my screen. Oh, they got multiple pictures of this dude right here. Let me see. Share screen. There we go. Yeah. You see this motherfucker? You see this old ass nigga right here? That's the nigga right there. Damn. He said I'd do it again. That's disturbing right there. Look at him like he's still holding the mic. That's crazy. So this dude was identified as Michael Mallinson. Michael Mallinson. Conservative actor, the Trump ally, was shot during an event at Utah Valley University. When shortly afterwards, the name Michael Mallinson began circulating online. It led to claim origin. X account Fox 11 Reno, which posted Charlie Kirk shooter. On so who is it? Now it says this man is actually Kevin Spitz of Washington, D.C. As of now, neither name Michael Mallinson nor Kevin Spitz has been confirmed. Why the fuck you put it up then? Oh, it says Hindustan Times. That's why. I'm in the wrong place. Hindustan Times. Oh, all this Indian shit coming up. That's weird. Yeah, well, you see what it is. That shit's crazy. Oh, he's not the shooter? Is that who's the shooter then? Oh, okay. Thank you guys. So now I'm hearing you guys are saying the 70-year-old guy didn't do it. I heard he got away. Hmm. If that man couldn't keep his pants up, shooter probably got away. Hmm. Okay. Shooter still at large. Okay. Got you. I hear y'all. Y'all probably more up to date than me. I'm trying to kind of scour through this, see what headlines are coming up. But so what do y'all think this is? Is this just an isolated incident? Do you think this is part of a bigger picture? Do you think something is trying to be sparked here? Um, what are your thoughts? Yes, I know he's dead. We know he's dead. And y'all telling me that the shooter is still at large, that it wasn't the old white man. Um, hmm. I wonder what Trump is going to have to say about this. Or if he's commented already. Right. Thank you. Indiscriminate Thoughts said, all I know is that wasn't no amateur sharpshooter. Fuck no. Fuck no. To shoot from whatever distance that was, it wasn't point blank range. To hit the neck so perfectly, one shot, one kill. Nah, that definitely was somebody who knew how to shoot well. Rhode Island said Kirk, and thank you for your donations, Rhode Island. Said Kirk been around a long time. I'll try and email you examples. Straw manning is a tactic of bad faith debates. Excuse me. Not worth killing over, but I think it's a psyops. Martyr for GAT control now. Pardon me. Possibly. We always got to look at that. Yes, Rhode Island, I hear you. Because anytime something like this comes up, people is going to start this some faction that's going to start talking about gun violence and how we need to control guns and take the guns away from the people and fuck this, Second Amendment and all of this bullshit. So yes, will this be something? Because, and the fact that they let us see it like this, the fact that the footage is out there to really horrify people, to see an assassination right in front of your face, whether you like them or not, man, like just to see another human being get murdered, man, like is never settling to me. I never really feel good about it. I never feel like it's just some regular shit. Um, but some killings are more graphic than others, you know? Um, yeah, I just saw a video the other day of this dude. I guess he was in a laundromat or something, and he stabbed the shit out of this dude that was just laying there sleeping on a bench or some shit like that. And that was some disturbing shit too. Because when my man finally got up and realized what the fuck happened to him, yo, he was leaking all over the place. And yes, they are trying to desensitize us. Unfortunately, You know, I'm not desensitized to it. You know, I see this shit and be like, oh shit, it's fucking crazy. Like, just the amount of blood. Like, this ain't, because you know, this is not, ain't the movies. That ain't some syrup. That ain't ketchup. That's real blood. Volumes of it pouring out of somebody. Like, Astrid said, "Do you have a new dog?" No, I had two dogs. That's my other dog, Bruno, that I've been had. And I moved Anubis's picture to right here where I'm looking at it. It's not behind me anymore. Put the soundproof shit behind me. But anyway, um, yeah, this is hey Bruno, somebody said hi to you, man. Bruno. You just chilling. All right. They were shouting you out, man. Um, Listen, there's a lot of things that people kill for and die for, you know. But just, you know, well, I guess this is for the, listen, didn't they say your boy Yeshua? Didn't he get killed for telling the truth? Was he talking common sense and all of that? Um, is this the oldest shit in the book where the truth tellers are killed? And again, you know, there might be a lot of shit that I don't know about this guy. Okay. But I know on the on the issue of gender and trans and all of that type of stuff, he was right on. Okay. He had some other shit that I don't know about. Again, y'all are very informative and y'all will send me the clips and we could take it from there. Um, but again, you know, I'm a conservative with conservative values. Um, so to me, I rock with conservatives, you know? That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Like, you know, nobody's perfect. Any demographic of people that you look at, there's always going to be some people inside of that demographic that are foul. It's just what it is. There's always going to be people in that demographic that are foul. But that doesn't necessarily mean the whole thing is foul. Okay? Or even within people, you might have a person that the majority of the stuff they say you could fuck with, but they got an area that you just don't fuck with. Right? Like, isn't that how it goes? But do you throw the whole person out? Do you say fuck all of that just because I don't agree with this little piece over here that I gotta now just fuck off all the good shit that they say or do? Like, is that how it works? All or nothing? Is that how you live your life every day? I don't think so. I don't think so. And that's what make y'all fucking hypocritical. Is that it isn't all or nothing in real life. You don't fucking, you know, you don't act like that. You only hold certain people to those standards. You don't even hold yourself to those fucking standards. But you want other people to do the shit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. How do you send clips? Shit. You could send them to you not a mean godcast at Gmail. That's a way to send clips. Yeah. But I guess you need to do it like now so that I can download it and show the motherfucker like now. Yeah. Let me see some profile. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Peace, Ellie Green. What it do? I see you. That's right. Hit that like button. We just we just kicking it right now. Somebody said, Terrell said, all right, LJ, address the elephant in the room, LL. What's up with that movie, bruh? It still needs to be seen. What you talking about? Silent Trigger? Yeah, we gonna shoot some more, man. It's just man, life be start lifing sometimes, and you know, you gotta handle certain shit. But I'm gonna shoot some more to that shit. Trust me. We're gonna definitely make that a full length feature. But I don't have any more than what I showed you last time, sir. Peace, Markeith. Where I've been hiding, man. In the rest, in the kingdom, in my backyard, doing some laps in the pool. I've been hiding in the gym. Yeah, been hiding in the gym. He wasn't with me shooting in the gym. But yeah. Okay, so Alyssa said, I just don't like when he said Palestine isn't a real place. Okay. When did he say that? And what was the context of it? When did he say Palestine isn't a real place? And what was the context? Just curious. Like Washington said, I really can't stand liberals, man. They're off their rocker. A lot of them are. I'm not going to hold you. A lot of them are. See, so it says I've received my first referral click on StreamYard. I don't know what that means. Okay, I just checked my email and I don't see any clips from anybody. Just making sure. I'm just making sure. So listen, you know, Ellie Green said, "Don't let Fat Joe catch you in the gym. He robbing everyone." That's hilarious. You too. Okay. Someone said, I just saw a clip, saw an ad on YouTube that was just a clip of Kirk arguing against reparations in 45 seconds. He There we go. There we go. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Again, um, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Um, Let me ask you something. If a white man is against reparations, does that warrant their death? I'm just curious. In your mind, if somebody is against reparations, um, is that a death sentence? Wait, don't happen. Damn. Okay, somebody's determined to send me. Okay, you see that? Alias, I, Ilias. Is that how you say your name? I'm not sure. That's a straw man, LJ. He didn't say it's worth a death sentence. See, what do you mean by the straw man shit? I'm asking a question, not to present any straw mans. I'm just saying we're talking about a man who just got murdered here for certain things he says, right? Now, a lot of you are trying to come out and tell me that this man has said a lot of negative things that maybe weren't so good. So I'm asking you, do you feel like the things that he said in the past then warrant him being murdered? How is that a straw man? Please explain to me. I'm asking a question out loud. I'd like to know if okay, I'll check it now. Um if that somehow in your mind warrants somebody getting killed because you disagree or, they said some shit that you don't like. Okay, I don't see anything. That's all I want to know. Not no straw mans or anything like that. Let me see. To me, it's anti-blackness that makes me throw out a person. You're saying, to me, it's anti-blackness that makes me throw out a person. First level of dehumanizing. We can't hide being black, and no nation has our back. Okay. So when you throw out a person, what does that mean? It means you don't fuck with them at all, and you can't even see any humanity in them, even when they're murdered in front of the world. Is that what we're saying? I'm just asking. Oh, I love this. Hang on. Jamar so dense. He thinks these fascists are decent people because they are against trans. What about them taking away racial protections from law enforcement at the Supreme Court level? What are you talking about? What racial protections? And the fascists are the motherfuckers that made you take a fucking jab in 2020. What the fuck are you talking about? The fascists are the ones that force you to allow men into the fucking girls' bathrooms. Okay? The fascists are the ones that fucking force you to call a man a woman and a woman a man. What the fuck are you talking about? The fuck out of here, man. The fuck out of here. Y'all niggas is out your fucking mind. Answer my fucking question. Okay? Does that all the shit you talk about, was it worth this man being murdered over? Just say yes or no. That's all. I want to hear all this bullshit. I want to know how hardcore you really are. Say it. Yeah, I thought he should get murdered for that. Say it. I'm just saying I don't think it's worth that. From what I've seen of him, I think it's fucked up that he got killed. You know some other shit about him, and that's on you. But when we get to the point where, we just good with people's deaths just because we disagree with them, that's that's a big fucking problem, people. Yeah, I know niggas die every day, B. I know. We already talked about that. You might be just getting here, spirit of justice. But niggas don't die every day for just trying to speak things that they feel is going to be constructive to society or somehow, help their way of life, whatever that might be. A lot of people just die for some bullshit, just trying to get money. And no, it's okay, spirit of justice. We definitely acknowledge the people that die every day. But what makes this different to me, which makes this JFK-ish, and just, this has a political tinge to it. This guy is what people call a political activist. So for someone to get murdered, assassinated for their political views, in this country, in 2025, that's not disturbing to you? Because, they was doing a lot of that shit in the 60s. You know what I mean? But that was 50 some odd years ago. And although there's been a lot of violence since then, I haven't seen successful political assassinations, in quite a while, in quite a while. They tried on Reagan. They was unsuccessful. Shit, they just tried your boy Trump. Unsuccessful. But this is some shit now that we seen, the whole world saw. We seen this dude leaking out the neck, and yeah. It's funny because the last words he said was something about gang violence. Um, oh, Doomsday Prophet, Doomsday Prophet. No one's trying to defend. Do you hear what I'm saying? I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying. Okay. First of all, what's a fascist? Doomsday. Go ahead and Google that because I'm sure you just don't know just off the dome. A lot of people like to use words without really, you know, they're parrots and shit. So he's a fascist. What's a fascist? He's a fascist and a white supremacist, Jamar. Okay, I've seen him on the road with a black dude who was working with him. So I don't, I don't think this dude, and I've done interviews with this guy, with the black dude that he's done shit with. I don't think that he would run around with a white supremacist. That's just me. Like, and I don't know why a white supremacist would want a black dude running around with him to talk about conservative issues. So are y'all just labeling him a fascist and a white supremacist? Like, I need the evidence. And it's not about being on one side. I don't know all of his views. And I said he was a decent guy and not a racist. No, don't put that in quotes because I never said he's not a racist. Why would you put that fucking shit into my mouth when I never said he's not a racist? You see the bullshit that motherfuckers do to try to win an argument? Start just putting words in your mouth. He's a decent guy. And he put it in quotes. Put it in quotes like that's what I said. Come on, man. Cut the bullshit. You clearly don't know about this guy. Okay, maybe I don't. What I do know about him, I agree with. How about that? What I do know about him, I agree with, and I don't think, regardless, I don't think he should have been murdered like that. How about that? How about that? All people deserve to live. All people do. Well, unless you do some really, I think the pedophiles don't deserve to live, and certain people. Doomsday. Suck a dog's dick backwards, would you? Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye, Doomsday. The fuck out of here, you bitch. Somebody said it's ironic that he wasn't killed by one of the black people he supposedly feared so much. Said agreed. We got to respect all life except pedos. The pedos. Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna talking about black intelligence. Okay, yeah, find that, Nick. Thank you. We'll be waiting. Rhode Island said LJ, they still do fuckery. Remember the Boeing whistleblowers? Epstein, Obama, Chef, Flint, East Palestine, the Israel Pato. This is deep, sir. You're losing me, sir. I know they all do fuckery, sir. I'm not claiming that the conservative or the Republicans are the greatest party and that they're without any fault or, that they're the shit. I hope you don't think that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's a lot of things as a conservative that I agree with in the Conservative Party. Not all of it. Not anything that has to do with white supremacy or any of that other bullshit that y'all talking about. Of course, I don't agree with that. Of course, I don't fuck with that. But certain things I do fuck with. And it seems that the Democratic Party and the liberals and the so-called progressives have more things that I disagree with than I do with the Conservative Party. So you take that for what you want to take it for. Okay. Listen, I just came on here to, discuss this. Is this part of a bigger plan? Let's talk about it in the comments. Let's yeah. Let's see where this is going. Oh, you said you're responding to me about assassinations, not just in the 60s. Well, see, again, you're talking about, okay, so here we go. If that's what you're talking about, none of these were done in front of our eyes. There's the difference, sir. You see, certain assassinations were done in front of us to create an impression on our minds. That's why one of the first things people say is JFK, because that's the last time you probably saw a political assassination outright on camera. JFK got his head blown off on camera. We all saw it. This dude got his neck blown out on camera. Of course, there's probably been, political, subterfuge, and all these other things, Epstein and all, but we didn't see these motherfuckers actually get killed if these were assassinations. But I hear what you're saying. And I hope you can hear what I'm saying. That's all. But listen, I'm getting ready to make moves. Go have some dinner, make some dinner. Somebody said, "Are you sure, LJ? Hang on, what? Are you sure that you agree less with progressives than conservatives?" Yes, I agree less with progressives than conservatives. Yep. You got it. As long as they fucking talking about abortions is the shit and fucking, talking all this trans and gender affirming care and all that fucking bullshit that they're talking over there. All of this acting like, a single parent household is cool. And man, yeah, they got a whole bunch of shit I don't fuck with. Whole bunch of points that I don't fuck with. Y'all just got a blanket. Oh, they're white supremacists. Okay, well, what exactly are they saying? Let's get into it. And how is what they're talking about affecting you truly? Because these Democrats, their shit truly affects us in our communities. Their promotion of abortion and all of that affects us directly as Black people. Directly. Like, it's not a concept. White supremacy and all this type of that, that's a concept for y'all. Y'all not necessarily suffering from white supremacy on your day to day. Okay? When's the last time you got pulled over for being Black driving around? I'll wait. Because yes, it used to happen a lot. But when's the last time you got pulled over as a Black person for driving? Just because you was Black. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cut the old school bullshit. Cut the bullshit. But I bet you somebody you know had an abortion, fucking, could have had multiple abortions, taking Plan Bs and all kind of fucking shit out here. Oh, they said last year they got pulled over for being black. 2 months ago, you got pulled over for being black. Really? Okay, I hear you. 117 people right here, right now. Good to see you too, Ailey Davis. But yeah, listen, I love y'all. I'm gonna be back soon. I'm gonna get back on my schedule and shit. Um, love to all my peoples who ride and support. The rest of y'all, you know what the fuck you can do. Um, yeah, I'm here. I'm do what I do. I'm never going away. You can never fucking stop me. Um, and that's what it is. Condolences to Charlie Kirk, regardless what you felt about him, as a human being, and getting murdered on the internet in front of the world is a traumatic thing. It's got to be traumatic for his family to have seen that, for his children to have to see that shit. Um, and I think it was traumatic for us to see it. Um, yes, that's how I feel. Rest in peace. He spoke eloquently and straightforward. Very logical young man. Sad day in this country. That's it. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earths. Peace to all my positive people in this universe. I love y'all, and we'll be back soon. Uh, I didn't start with intro music today, and I don't think I'm going to end with intro music today. I'm just going to say peace.